Good morning again, Saints, and welcome to our Sunday morning Bible class. We want to continue on the topic vision. Our text is, the primary text we're using is, where there is no vision, the people perish. We're using that little aspect of where there is no vision, what happens? The people perish wherever there is no vision. So we saw the importance of having a vision, because a vision really is what your life results in. The vision that you have, whatever your life is now, is because of the vision you had for it previously, or the vision somebody gave you. Now I want to turn our attention to the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2, if you will, please. Have you found? Habakkuk chapter 2. We want to read verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. God is showing us the importance of writing the vision. Now, why we need to write the vision? One, beloved, the primary reason is because the human mind has a tendency to move, to be double-minded, to be double. This time, it depends on the wind. Think this way, another moment think another way. So, life will always throw at us things that will make us waver. The word I'm looking for is waver. The human mind has the tendency to waver, to change. So, okay, I like it this way. Okay, this will happen. Or I plan to do it this way. No, I change my mind, I do it this way. So the Bible is saying, write the vision, because the Bible says, let him that wavereth, let him not think that he shall receive anything from God. So wavering is not the thing we can do. Because as long as we waver, according to the Bible, we will not receive anything from God, because I said double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. God will only minister, or the word of God will only manifest where there is stability. And very often, think of the times you thought of, you know what, I'll get such a thing. And then you forgot. You forgot about it. Something else popped up. And then somebody said, what about the thing you were to get? Oh, no, I didn't. I you grumble that. But you know what? You didn't write the vision. The Lord began to show me the aspect of writing the vision. And don't limit the word write to only language as we know it. Because it can be establishing the picture. It's the same context. As a matter of fact, the word means to inscribe it. To make it in such a way that it can't be changed. So it's important that whatever is the vision we write, but before we go and deal with how to really write it, what do you write? What is the vision? Now, you can have a vision concerning anything. what is really the vision? The vision is the end result. That's what the vision should be. Not the process, the end result. A vision is always the end result. What a vision is? The end result. God shows us the end from the beginning. The end result should be the vision. That's where you're right. The end result. Joseph had a vision. The vision was his brothers were bowing down to him. And he saw he was in his field and he had the sheep and his brother's sheep and all 11 were bowing down to him. He saw that. And then he saw the sun and moon also bowing down to him, which included his mother and father. Now, he didn't see the process. What he saw was the end result. Very often we are a little timid or reluctant to write a vision because we can't see the process. So since we can't see the process, we don't write. We need to write the end result. Now, what is the end result? What it will be. If let's say you write a vision about you have a vision about living long. How do you write such a vision? What's the end result? Well, you've got to see something that will take place at 190 and write that down. At 100 years old, I am still golfing. That's a vision. That's where you write down. You've got to write that. The Bible says, write it. What is your vision? For missions 120? Well, you got to write down what you're doing at 120. Or at least 110. You've got to see. And what you do, so at 110, I am still doing XYZ. My grandchildren or my great-great-grandchildren are with me. I am telling them about my younger days. You have that written down. You understand what the vision is? The vision is the end result. You've got to see the end from the beginning. God always tells us about the end. That's what God tells us about. Now, you see what people write. For instance, if somebody is bedridden, cannot walk, what vision they'll write? Well, I see I am running, doing so, I am walking here, I'm taking long walks on the seawall, I'm doing so. They'll correct that. I'm working in my garden, you have to write that. Write whatever is the vision. See, and don't limit vision to just, I have a vision of getting a refrigerator. No. Write the vision concerning anything in your life. Write down what your life will be. Whenever, write it down. Write down the kind of life you will have, the kind of life you will enjoy. Write it down. Write it down. Write the vision. Enhance it with pictures. Because some things you might need a picture to really bring out the thought, to bring out the idea. So get a picture and enhance it. But write it. Don't leave it to chance. You see what? Let me tell you why. Because if you don't write it, you will change your mind. Because winds and waves will come. Not might come, shall come. The Bible says, he that built his house upon the rock is like the man who on the sand said, who are the word and keep is the man who built a house on the sand. So when the winds came and the floods came, the rain came and the floods came and the wind blew, his house fell. The Bible didn't say if it came. So when? When the rains come. Rains will come. Floods will come. Amen. Winds will blow, they shall blow.
Yes.
But when you write the vision, because I have a vision, regardless of the wind, the flood, whatever, I have established something by writing it. And here the Bible says, write it so that he that reads, that he may run that readeth it. So you're writing it for yourself. You are writing this vision for yourself. Because, beloved, sometimes you'll feel a long life's way, like stopping, going into park, giving up, shut up shop. But because you went back and you read your vision, because you saw, okay, I am at this particular age doing X, Y, Z. No, I'm not at that age yet. You see, the enemy can't even take you out unless your vision changes.
Amen.
No matter what he does. Can't. Your vision, and let me tell you what happens very often to people. They have two visions. They have two visions. They have the vision of failure and the vision of success. So, if you don't work, you know what? And they have visions of failure. The mind works that way. Listen, fluctuates between yes and no. Only the word of God is yeah and amen. The human mind fluctuates because the wind blows, and because we can't see possibilities, because we heard negative reports, we many times submit to those reports, and they become our vision. We make our vision based on reports we got. But if you write a vision, if you write down the end you design, the end you see, when you write that down, when the wind blows, you can go back and say, okay, this is the end. Therefore, what is showing, that's not the end. This is the end, this is the end. This is the end I got from God. This is the God, and God and I established together. This is the end. This is the end I choose. This is the end I expect. Because you have seen that end, you will run towards that end. You hear me? You will run towards the end. You know, it's like you're running a race and you don't know where the finish line, what the finish line looks like. It's a marathon. You don't have no idea what the finish line looks like. So along the line, after running for 2 miles, not sometimes 1 mile, you'll tire. You'll get tired. A marathon race is 26 miles, 385 yards. Let me help you. After 1 or 2 miles, the runners are tired. But they have a vision of the finish line. And so they still run, even though they get tired, because they have a vision of the finish line. But think you're running a race. Now, the funny thing about life's race, there's no more competitors in you alone inside. So imagine you're running a race. You're running. And you don't know what the finish line looks like. When you get tired, you'll stop and call here the finish line. When the terrain gets harsh, you'll stop and say it's the finish line. But if you know what the finish line looks like, even though the terrain gets harsh, or you get tired, sometimes you'll feel like you will die. Sometimes you'll feel, hold on, let me give up and don't worry this thing anymore. Let me don't worry this race. But when I have a vision, in spite of whatever happens, my muscles will seize up. Everything will happen, but I said, I know the vision is. And I know the end, the finish line will look like. This is not the finish line. This is not the finish line. Sometimes they can be, so you don't get tired. But you see other sites, nice sites that can entice you to stop here. But you have a vision. So, it's not a vision. It's not a finish line. I have a vision and a finish line. It's not this. Let me keep going. So you keep on keeping on. Because you have a vision of the finish line. Zachariah had a vision, asked the Lord. He said, don't let me depart until I see the Lord's Christ. He got old, body got frail, but boy, he didn't go nowhere. Until he saw the Lord's Christ. He said, no, I can depart in peace. Because he wanted to see the Lord's Christ. I told about my aunt who had a vision that she would take care of all her siblings, brothers and sisters. She had a vision of that. Listen, she did not depart until every one of them died. She was the last to depart. She had a vision. You see, let me tell you this. A vision is not, it has nothing to do with existing circumstances. Please, you see, many persons are reluctant to write a vision because they consider the existing circumstances. I can't write based on these. How can I write that I will have 100 properties by the time I'm 100, when right now I'm in so much debt? How can I write that? Because the existing circumstance. How can I write that when I got a report from the doctor that is not nice? How can I write such a vision? A vision has nothing to do with existing circumstances. Nothing to do with it. Hear me again. Don't determine your vision based on the circumstances that exist. But the enemy will say to you, don't write, what's wrong with you? We're writing. I mean, you know X, Y, no, don't write anything. As a matter of fact, write based on what you know. If you write based on what you know, God is not in it. All right. Write based on what God said. Now I know what I believe. God said and I believe. So my vision is based on what God said. Now how that's gonna happen, I can't write that because I have no idea. Much important that I write the vision God gives. I need to write it down. Write the end. Please, write the end, not the process. Please write the end, because God does not show the process, He shows the end. So please write the end. And remember, write based on the promise of God, not based on how you know it will happen or existing circumstance. Because if you look at existing circumstances, you don't write no vision, you know. I might be saying, I ain't sure if I can, this things you look to. kosher here. You can't write anything too nice on this. But that's not what you write on. You write based on your confidence that God, the God of heaven, the God of your salvation, can fulfill and bring to pass that which you write. Write the vision. Write it. Write the end you see, the end you desire, the end you expect. Write that end. I told you last week, there are 4 things that help you to have a vision. You can remember them? Who can tell me one? Promise of God. Tell me another one. An experience God allow you to have. Tell me another one. A prophetic word. Or God may give you may get a dream. Write the vision based on it. Listen to me, and I also said to you, be careful of dreams. If you dream something that's not in line with God's word, then it's not God's word. Don't write that. As a matter of fact, you don't even pay attention to that. You write based on what God said. Are you hearing me, somebody? So if you see yourself in a wheelchair, don't write that. Because that's not God's promise. God will keep you in perfect peace. Peace, that's what God promises. And that means nothing missing, nothing broken. So don't write. So write that at 19, I'm going to win the New York Marathon. Or if you want to win it, you'll partake in it. No, you can't partake in a wheelchair. You're going to run it. You'll run the Beloved, again I want to tell you, the vision will provide for itself. The vision, as a matter of fact, could I tell you this? Whatever vision you have, it is the provision trying to come out, but you want the door to come through. Wow. That's why you get a vision. You didn't get that. Let me say it again. Provision is before vision. Yes. That's right. All right? Yes. So that's in the realm of the invisible. Yes. And it wants to manifest. Yes. That's why you get a vision. Yes. So you see, get a picture of that which wants to manifest. So then the thing is already there to come. Yes. Amen. So not now you creating anything to come. It's already there. Everything starts in the realm of the invisible. Everything. So when we get a vision, it's because everything is ready in the invisible realm, wanting to manifest. But all is required is for somebody to see it. That's what's called vision, to see it. And when you see it, because you see it and believe it, then you allow it to come up. Your mom said it again. Thomas Edison invented light bulb. He saw what was already in existence. Bob said there's nothing going to the sun. So light bulb is what God already had somewhere in eternity.
It want to manifest. So Thomas says, got a glimpse of it. Got to peek into that realm that it's already there. And then when he got his God vision, so he started now. Say, I am going to put the things together to manifest it. It was already there. Now he didn't know how to assemble it, so he keep trying and trying and trying to get it assembled. Yes, baby, I will love you. To assemble it. Think of some of the things we have in this world. Where people get wisdom to do that? How would it even cross their mind? These are things that want this. Okay. Christ was slain, Bible said, before the foundation of the world. God gave Isaiah a vision. A virgin shall conceive. A virgin shall conceive and bring forth a child and call his name Emmanuel, being interpreted God with us. The vision is there. He writes it. The first access of the vision into this realm that we live in is through the written word. It's a doorway for it. It is not be writed and created. It exists. Listen. The thing you write exists. At 120 years old exists.
Yes.
But the body gives you some symptoms that, look, this body feels you make 120, you know, so you say, boy, let me get a new vision. I'm going to do 50. Yeah, God said. He said, I've set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. And he said, choose life.
Yes.
Now you got to understand, our experiences are our choices. They are our choices. But I didn't choose this, you did. We did choose it. We allowed a vision to form out. You see, because this is how we work. We got visions based on known factors. So, if this and this and this are existing, then I see a vision. If I'm earning, my salary goes to $300,000 a month, then I can have a vision of having a house. That's how we operate. So, you can't have a vision of having the same house if your salary is 10,000. You understand what kind of vision we have? We normally would have vision based on known factors. We don't have vision based on unknown factors, but that's what we're about to change.
Yes.
So, because we don't know how this can manifest, we don't envision it. We only envision what we know, things that we know how it can manifest. But that is not kingdom. And that's not how God intends us to operate. God intends us to operate that we must have visions of things we don't know how it will come to pass. Then it's a godly vision. What we're having all the time is negative visions. Visions based on, okay, I know this, I got this report from the doctor, then I have this vision. I got this report from this place, I got this vision. So, how you can have a vision of having this great thing in your life when nothing is there to support that, the manifestation of it? That's what is called faith. And that's what God asks us to do. That's what God requires us to do. That's when we operate in the divine system. Where we have a vision of things that we don't know how it can happen. And not only that, but we can write it down. Or you could write down. Or you could write down something that you don't have a clue how it happen. Or you could write it down. Well, that's what is a godly vision. God give me a promise. I write it down. How is it going to happen? I don't know. Don't need to know. The only reason I got the promise because the thing is ready. It's already there. The thing you imagine, you know, I have not seen or heard neither has entered the house of man the things God has in store for them. So all these things that God has in store. When you get a prophetic word, it's God showing you what's already there. But you also have a power called imagination. And when you imagine, you assemble it in the realm. You know everything that we have in the world here, in the visible realm, is built from invisible stuff, made from invisible stuff. But let me give you an example. In the atmosphere. Or they will tell you when the archaeologists check, they look for different ages, they can tell how many years. Because some places have been buried deep, 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 deep. So many years down. 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet down the day. You ever wonder, what buries it? Where does stuff come from to bury it, to bring a layer 500 feet deep over civilization that existed? 1 mile over, where the stuff came from? It's the very atmosphere. That's why if you leave a building locked up, after a while, for a long time, you come back and you see dust start to settle. And you will say, well, the dust blow in. Well, it's not really the dust that is in here, in the atmosphere here, will settle. And there's dust in this atmosphere. That's why God gives them the fingers in your nose. They'll filter some. So when you breathe, it filters some of it. But there's dust in the atmosphere. This is why you wash your face, you do use all your body wash and everything, and then a little while after, you take your cotton wool and something and you rub and you say, hey, dirt come again. Well, one, thing you made out of the dirt. And two, it's always in the atmosphere. It's always in the atmosphere. Now listen to this. Everything, iron, Every mineral is in the atmosphere. Any mineral you can think about is in the atmosphere. Everything is in the atmosphere. They settle, and then you put the seed in. The seed has the code to tell the earth what mineral to send up through the tree. Comes out in the fruit, you eat it, we get a mineral. Or the cow goes eat the grass, and the minerals, and we get the minerals to work in our body. That's how it works. So everything is present. In the atmosphere is there. You ever wonder where Jesus get the rest of bread from? 5 loaves and fed 5,000, where the rest come from? It is shorten the process. You have to go through the process of going into the ground, planting it, plowing the ground, plant it up and everything, and and then it had to grow, mill it, bake it. Our text is Habakkuk chapter 2, in case you came in late. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision. Write it. And write is not limited to just in characters, in letters. Write also includes drawing, pictures, but establish what the vision, and those who came late again, remember what you're writing is the end result, not the process, because you don't know the process. You have to get in the habit of writing the end result without knowing the process. Because knowing the process has prevented us. Also, write the vision not based on the present circumstances, prevailing circumstances. Don't write the vision based on what's happening now. Abraham was about to write a vision. Talk it, we have written it. Say, God, you give me everything, but I go without here. Eliezer, and you have to be my hero. Immediately God said, come, stop. Come on in. Look at this guy. You see everything? That's where descendants should be. And then God said, Eliezer will not be here, even for your own lives. You see, people who want to write vision based on what is existing. Don't write vision based on what is existing. That's not really a vision from God. It's a vision from the world or the devil. We take time out to see what the devil is showing us. Yeah, because remember, that's what he does. He gives you terrifying scenes, and you write the vision based on these terrifying scenes. But if you write the vision based on what God said, do you know? Think of eating. God has a vision in the Word of God. He gives us something we can envision. He said, listen, you shall eat and eat other thing, shall harm you. Every creature of God is good. He says, they shall speak with you in tongues, they shall drink them, any deadly thing, and shall harm them. But the world has a vision. Yes. These are fattening foods. Which vision you buy into? What's responsible? That some people eating them same food and don't get fat. Some people eating the same food and don't get no fat and put it on none. And remember, the one that get a little fat, they didn't get him fat. And eating the same food. At the end of the day, beloved, is what vision you bought into. Because God will give you the end you expect. And your vision is the end you expect. Your vision is the end you expect. Are you hearing this? That's where your vision is, the end you expect. But remember, most times we are programmed to write the end based on what is happening now. So suddenly you look at a movie, and after, if you've seen movies for a little while, after, by the time the movie gone quarter way, you could almost tell what the end will be like. Why? Because this, you see this guy met this girl, and so, and said, you know what, the two of them will get involved, they will live happily. This is, and you know, based on the, some things, well, this is the boy, he won't die. So you can write the end of the movie. Because you see some things, and from what's gone before, you can say this would be. So you can say, I have a vision of this end. Well, it don't work in the kingdom. In the kingdom, God gives you the end. And the rest is a mystery. You ever look at the mystery? One of those Hercule Poirot or whatever with me, and or Agatha Christie, more than Orient Express. No matter what you do, no matter what you're smart, you can't figure out who's the killer. Well, it's something like that. God, no matter how you smart, you will not know. You will not know the process. You can't know. God is not showing it. All them docs could say, well, we see the fetus look at this age, or it look like this age. We see what it look like here. We see what it look like here. Or we see the child, we see the eyes. Later on, said, we know it's a boy, we know it's a girl. Well, guess this is all I know. I don't know how it formed. You know, don't know how it in water. Has lungs, need oxygen to live, and living without breathing. I have no idea. Write the vision. So write the vision. Listen, get a vision book. Let me tell you, get a vision book. And write down. Don't want your diary. Your diary is write past events. And diary is what you, because based on past events, it's let it affect your future. So if you're smart, you better get rid of the diary. You're not your friend. Dear diary, not your friend. Write down all your pain and your problems and who hurt you and all you write down inside it. You really go and born of foolishness. You always go back and check. On this date, this person did me this, the person did me so, the person. Get rid of foolishness. Right now, write your future. Write the future. Write what you are at 100 years old. What you have in your life. Write what you're doing at 100, right? Write them. Write the countries you would have already seen. Don't really make records. No. But I You don't need to know. You don't need to know. That's why God in the story. Write them down. Remember, I'm telling you, don't write fast. Don't write today. When I woke up today, the sun was hot. I felt a pain in my chest, a pain in my back, a pain here. Somebody said this to me. Don't write that foolishness. Write it tomorrow.
Hallelujah.
Amen, amen. Amen.
It is my 100th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
All my great grandchildren are
Oh,
around me.
yeah.
We having a party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dancing with all my children. I have a picture of what it would look like. This is me at 100. The power of writing the vision. God said writing. You see, all the world, secular world has, you must write down your, what do you call it, your goals. It's for God's sake, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The secular world snatched it up, write down your goals. The difference is, they tell you write your goals sometimes, and so you have to work towards your goals. Well, vision, you really don't work towards your vision in truth and in fact. You write them down, you believe them, and they come forward. Like, once somebody get pregnant, you don't work towards bringing forth a child. You don't work towards bringing forth a child, no. The child come forward by itself, you can't stop it. I mean, you could be in church, and that child already is coming. You could be in a car, you could be in a cinema. It's ready, it is coming. Not asking for your permission to come, it's coming. And that child don't ask for food, he don't ask to eat. He don't say, Mommy, I'm hungry, please feed me. It's gonna feed. Because it's gonna grow. It's gonna put on. Let's hear you go. The Bible says in the book of Jeremiah. Turn to Jeremiah for me if you will. I'm gonna show you something. The Lord just showed me something, I show you this. Jeremiah. Before I formed you in your mother's womb. That's Jeremiah what? 1? Find me, please. You find it later, right? That's
Amen. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
watch this. Here God said to Jeremiah. So before I formed you in the body, I knew you. Listen to this. Listen to this. All the body is the housing for the vision. So God knew Jeremiah. God raised Jeremiah. God already said, before he sent him forth, God already ordained him a prophet. So, Jeremiah is born. The body which Jeremiah is going to use as a prophetic thing comes into the world. It is nurtured and it grows. But that's not when Jeremiah became a prophet. Your vision, look at this. It's in the realm of the invisible. It's existing. All it's waiting on is the body to manifest it. Because what to manifest, you see, manifestation is the ultimate desire. Manifestation. In other words, you want to become tangible, that you can feel it. But it already exists. So you need to understand the thing exists in the realm of the invisible. All it wants is for you to allow it to come forth. And let me use the right word, allow it. See, what we do, we hinder it. Because we say, based on these extenuating, what's the word? Circumstances, look at extenuating circumstances, they can't come forth. Based on these existing situations, well, the thing can't come forth. We stopping it. Well, I had a vision of getting a car, but I lost my job. What's your job got to do with the car? The car don't need your job to come forth. It needs you to allow it. It needs us to allow it by shutting our big mouths and don't wrong talk. And don't say, well, you know, because I can't get a car now. Okay. That's we can shut it down. But the thing is there. Look at me. It's there, it's there, it's there. It is there for you. It's there for us. Some cases already exist, some beloved, and even if you don't exist, it can be created. When you imagine it, it will be created for you. If you don't exist, when you imagine it will be created for you. For you, that's important. The just shall live by what? Faith. We walk by faith and not by what? Sight. What that means? See, we have vision based on what we see around us, you know. I remember one day when we were doing business, and we had it was this holiday season, I think, one of the holidays. It may have been Easter. And we were preparing, we used to sell, we were preparing to sell. But the rain was so, the day before it was so rainy. All night it rained, and it was Easter. All night it rained. Rain fell incessantly. And I remember first day then saying, I think I hear God saying, still prepare, or you are to prepare. Truthfully, I'm looking at the weather and I'm saying, this weather don't look too nice. But raining. People are not coming out. Well, lo and behold, the rain just stopped suddenly. The sun burst forth. And lots of persons saw the rain and did not prepare. So we control the market. Beloved, if you understand the power of vision, that's why God says we don't have vision, you're perishing. When you have a vision, I even heard it said, I don't know how it is, how true it is, that dogs don't bite pregnant women. You ever heard that statement? Anybody ever heard that?
Yeah.
And snakes, reptiles don't bite pregnant women. No, it's because of the woman or the vision she carry. It gotta be baby. A vision like a baby. It's forming, it's coming forth.
Yes.
And the soul, however, if that is true,
Yeah.
it knows to protect itself.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't get vision, you know. The problem is we base our visions on what we know. So this we deal with it in the natural, mathematical. If this 1 plus 2 equal 3. If 1 is removed, then we can't get 3 anymore. Known factors. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus whatever equal this. If you remove one of these numbers, then we will not get this result. That's how we operate with God. You don't work with God. And God says, this is the result. Now you said, we don't have these numbers to bring this result. That's not your business. God says, once you got this result, these numbers will appear. You don't have to work with them.
Praise God.
Write the vision. Don't only say, you know, I have a vision of doing so. Did you write it? No way, you don't have no vision. Like somebody said, I can drive. You have a driver's license? No, you can't drive. You tell me you can drive, you don't have a driver's license. You are not a driver. You have to have a driver's license. Then you're a driver. If not, you're an accident waiting to happen. You don't have a driver's license, you can't drive. Don't tell me you can drive. Because you cannot drive. It's illegal for you to drive. Listen, it's illegal for you to even sit behind the wheel of a car unless it's in your yard. You know that? It's against the law to sit behind the wheel of a car if you don't have a driver's license. You're going to be charged. I'm in Manhattan. My brother left me behind to sit behind the wheel of the car. He went upstairs or something. So I'm sitting behind the wheel of the car in Manhattan, and the police come and knock on the window. His parking car said, "Move out." But I had the good sense to know I can't tell him I don't have a mirror driver's license. I just started the car and I drove out to Manhattan. If you've ever been to Manhattan, you know it's a mad Hatton. So I drove out, and you got to drive 2 blocks around because this one's the one, this one going so, this one going so. Because I would have been charged. So, if you didn't write it, you don't have a vision. Don't tell me say I have a vision. Did you write it? No. Did you draw it? No. You don't have a vision. I know I'm thinking about doing something. That's working with the system is, I'm looking at these material things, then if they manifest, then I need to do it. That's not a vision. A vision is that which you write, which you establish, this is the end that will happen, this is going to happen. This is why you ask your how you know what will happen. No, I don't know. Once you know, it's not a vision. Once you know how it's going to happen, then all you write down is your estimation of as long as these things work together, this will happen. That's not a vision. Vision is when you don't know what's going to happen. You don't need to know. It's not your business. And the bigger the vision that you have, listen to me, the more it's impossible for you to know what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, the more impossible it should look. Like, well, when you write a vision, it should look actually like madness. When you look back at yourself, your vision, people must think you're mad. If you don't think you're mad, somebody must think you're crazy. Don't worry, my friends are supernatural and you're crazy. People must think you're crazy. Write it. Make it plain that he that reads it may run. Because beloved, trust me, sometimes you don't feel like running anymore. You feel like giving up. That run there means he will continue on the journey. Then you have a vision. Listen. You know the finish line is always there? It's already there? You think it's when you meet that the finish line is be there? Look, somebody said the finish line already existing. Why you didn't see it? Because you didn't write there yet. But it's not when you get to the finish line, then you say, okay, now let me draw a finish. No, it's already there. That's already established. So the vision you have is already at the finish line. But guess what? You on your journey. Let me take a few questions.
As we talk about writing, I kind of see writing as making things permanent. It's like the law, it becomes legal and binding. It's like when I sign a contract, it becomes binding. And then I remember, look where Jesus went, he was in the wilderness, and he came out, and the enemy tempted him. He said, it is written. No. I see, if I write my vision, then contrary winds begin to blow. I can do likewise. Say, it is written.
It is written. Amen. Powerful. You see, because what is written is established. As a matter of fact, the word right here carries the connotation to inscribe or carve in stone. That's what the idea is, the concept of carving it in stone. So it is like, it's not even regular pencil that you can erase it. It's carved in stone. So the winds can't change it. You see, because the mind, we will very often we waver, but that thing that you wrote will not waver. Regardless of what kind of wind to come, it does not change it. They can go in caves and see things that were written on the walls of the caves 1,000 years ago. All kind of natural disasters, it didn't change that. It didn't change it. So that's powerful. Any other question? Any question? whatever is your vision, you see, and those who came there, don't limit vision to say, I have a vision of getting a car, I have a vision. No. If you've been to the doctor, you had a bad report from the doctor is trying to put a vision in your head by his report. Whether you like it or not. And because you trust him, he has somehow envisioned you. And based on known factors, you struggle with vision. You have to right now, right. This is the end. Based on God's word, this is the end. And the Bible said, he may run that reads it. So when you write it, you're going to read it. You have to read it. You write and put it up. You write and read it. Every day you read it. Because when you read it, you will run. You will run into the thing that is written at the end that you write there. You will run into that. If you don't write it, then you become distracted. If you don't read it, then you would have written it, but you never read it. Those who might say, read what you write. Somebody said, I write down some visions. When last you read it? That's where you stop running. Every day pull out and read it. Questions? People. What's the most powerful thing you have? What's your most powerful possession? Your mind. Your mind. And every day, every moment, pictures are passing through your mind. You have to write this down, there are more questions than answers. Pictures in my mind that will not show. Pictures flashing through your head. If you don't write something solid that you can go back to and say, oh, this is the picture. You have something solid. Sometimes without realizing, you've gone off on a contrary picture. Viewing it in your mind. Struggling, it's like, question. Yes, sir.
Your Holiness, good morning. For Saints, good morning. Thank you for the work, particularly some other things, not just writing what you said, but this last thing, reading it. You would remember some time ago, there was a bowl, an anointed bowl that we put inside our desires, and people began testifying about stuff. I began doing that, and I put so many things inside. Daily, I would look at those things and give God thanks for them. And then I would mark off what was fulfilled. But the little cares of this world, and so stop doing it. And I've been making this confession, my state of wealth. One of the things we say, whatever I ask my Father in heaven for, I receive. I said, but we don't ask for anything. So we just make the confession. That's all. Look, what we'll do, we must take time out now to to say, Father, we thank you for this, we thank you for this, based on what we envision. And we started doing that during last week, and things began to come into fruition already. And then last night I meditated, I said, I must go back to that pool. Because I have those things written, but I forget. I had a challenge about getting a phone recently. And the thing was, I remember I had desired this kind of phone. I forget what kind of phone. Because it's written, but it's forgotten. And so, thank you again for the instruction and the reminder. Amen.
You see, if you read it, then it's not that you have to do it, I have to work and buy the phone. No. But because you don't lose sight of the phone. So let's say your desire is a BlackBerry, but the Blueberry come. Then you know this is not it. But then you forget his watch, you take the Blueberry and say, hey, I got a phone, your phone about it. You understand?
Exactly.
Because you stop reading, so you don't even care after a while. So the Bible said, when you read it, the Lord shows you a thing some time ago. You don't get something until you're ready for it, you know. You have to be ready for it. Let me see. I desire X, Y, Z. You gotta be ready for it. You can't handle it if you're not ready for it. You cannot handle it if you're not ready for it. Can't handle it. I mean, I desire a car. If you're not ready for a car, the car is going to drive you crazy. Trust me, the car will drive you crazy, but why do you think you see young people wreck themselves, many young persons wreck themselves on the road with cars? They're not ready for it. Parents put it in their hand, they weren't ready for it. They drive it up and on they had them go smoke, drink, party. Next thing you see them fall up in the London post, their head off and some foolish. They were not ready for it. When they're ready for it, the car is their servant. At this point, the car is not a servant, the boss. So it drives them, drive them crazy. You understand? I'm ready for that. Yes, you're on the microphone.
I have some thoughts running around in my mind, and I want to find right.
Yes, they are. Go ahead.
The Apostle Paul had vision. He wrote so that we can have his writings now. We can read them and understand them. When Paul wrote, he said he was born out of 3 seasons. I understand that to mean that he was saying that he was born prematurely because some of his writings were very difficult to understand. Peter said so. His writings were too difficult to understand. Paul himself said, he said because of all the revelation that he was getting, an angel of the enemy was assigned to buffet him so that he will not become too proud. But he went before the Lord 3 times. You know the story. And the Lord said, my grace is sufficient because my strength is made perfect in weakness. So now, what I'm trying to do is try to equate that to what you said. When you said that vision, we write it. We don't have to work it. We leave it, and then at the appointed time, it's like there's a pregnancy, so it goes through the gestation period. before the time of delivery. Like as with Paul and his writings, it was that it was difficult to understand. So even what we write may seem difficult even to people, or even to us, some of it. Am I going right? Those thoughts are right?
Well, let me, first of all, I don't think it's fair to establish that when Paul said he was born with a due season, that it was a premature birth. The scripture does not tell us that. And in my view, I think he was talking more that he don't even think that he should be born in this dispensation, this period of time, rather than being a premature birth. The other thing, we do say that things borrowed were difficult to understand. It was particularly pertaining to the gospel, of grace, because the Jews understood salvation by works, righteousness by works. So when Paul wrote about Christ, the end of the law of righteousness, I mean, that was not only impossible for the Jews to grasp it. So he was speaking primarily about that. Peter was the person who mentioned it. And so many pierced themselves through because they tried to fight what he wrote. But so I'm not sure if we can connect that to what we're saying. I'm not. I don't see the connection in the sense of it running that. One, we can't. I don't think it's right to say, well, Paul was born prematurely, like a premature birth, being a 7 months or what, 8 months. I don't think it was scripture saying that.
I didn't exactly.
But I was out of season, but to say premature.
I didn't exactly mean physical. I was talking about him being ahead of his time.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say you're wrong, or I just want to say on this particular thing I'm not clear. I think that's a fair thing to do. I don't have a revelation on that aspect of it. That would be a fair thing to say.
Your Holiness, morning, bishops, pastors, saints. Your Holiness, I am wondering and thinking about my confessions and my visions, because for example, I would say I travel the world. I'm in Israel. Those kind of things. Now those are, because it hasn't happened as yet.
Let me stop you. Whatever is a vision has already happened. Please understand.
So what I should have said, it hasn't materialized. What?
You don't see the manifestation you're waiting for, but that already happened. Because when was Christ slain? Before the foundation of the world. So when you have a vision, you need to understand this already manifests. It already manifested. Now, it's already in existence. The manifestation now is dependent on you, because we hinder the manifestation very often because we're thinking, well, how this will come into being. So even when, next week I'm going to show you, after you've written it, how to deal with it. Because even though we confess it, you got to understand, in our psyche, in our mind, you're thinking, okay, one of these days, this is going to happen. And we've actually said to ourselves, when these come into place. So we write it down, we say, well, it'll happen when I get a financial breakthrough, this will happen. That's what we're thinking. Now, that's not what it's supposed to be. What it's supposed to be is that we see it, and we talk about it next week by God's grace. But when that happens now, because somebody could just say, I'm going to Israel, and I want to accompany you. You want a trip? You got time? You could go with me. And nobody you to go to Israel. But because you live in Israel, well, Israel to go there is so much money and whatever it is, and right now I got a kind of money, but one of these days, God, that's what we think. Now, when we're writing vision, you got to understand. Then you don't know how it's going to happen. Don't even try to think, because even trying to think how it will happen, you hinder it. The Bible said nobody knows the way of the child in a womb. You don't know. Unless we don't know. So our task is to get the vision and to write it down. And then I'll tell you when after you wrote it down, what to do, how to deal with it.
So should we separate our confessions from our visions? Are they two different?
No, you can confess the vision. You can confess it, like okay. Your vision is to have the latest smartphone, whatever it is you call it by name or so. So that's your vision. You see it there. And then you confess, I'm now the proud owner of this particular smartphone. Well, I'm sure you not just to say that. What else to do? Because as you do these things, all you are doing is allowing it and allowing yourself to move into the place where the thing is already established. The thing already in existence. Listen, first thing must be confident of the thing in existence. God is in existence. You see him? But he is, right? You know, we have not seen him, but he is. And I was saying, he that comes to God must believe that he is. Everything we're dealing with God, we have to believe it is. You see, it is. Now, already happened. No, our problem is time. We're looking at time. And we get disturbed over time.
Thank you. Thank you, Willie.
You know, it's like I am looking at angel. And I'm saying, when did Candy get from angel to have Savior and shine? Like I'm trying to figure out when it happened. Because at the time flight traveled so quickly. You understand? We think time in hours, but really and truly, time is a factor, a human factor, it's not a God factor. It's not a God factor. Yes. Another question.
Just want to hear this morning, Pastor Saints. I'm remembering, I heard you said just now that some things that you receive when you're not ready for it, it can damage you.
Yes.
And well, this wasn't damaging.
Or you damage it.
Or you damage it. But this wasn't damaging in the respect of the word, but I'm remembering I had written different countries that I wanted to visit. Some of them I went and checked online. I'm talking about years ago. So I went and checked and, places in the country, and I would have written them down and so on. One of the countries I had written was Panama, but I never wrote, and I'm going back to Habakkuk and he said, make it plain. Some of the countries I would have stated, this place I want to visit, I want to stay at this hotel, I want to do this. But I never did that for Panama, but I wanted to go. That was a vision of mine, so I've written it down. And I remember we were going to Jamaica, we passed through Panama. So I'm excited we were in Panama. But I had no vision of Panama. So instead of coming out of the airport, we were there for 12 hours. Was it so long?
No, it was long.
It was long, it was like 12 hours we spent at the airport in Panama. And I mean, that time was so, we were there and the agony, the pain of just being there. And I remember when we met you, you were like, why you only come out and enjoy Panama? So I'm here sitting and I'm saying to myself, You have to make your vision plain.
Yes, the Bible should make it plain. Don't write, make it as plain as possible. As plain as possible. Every detail. Have a detailed picture of it. And remember, don't look at your present situation to determine the vision you write. Don't look at your present, don't consider your present situation to determine what vision you write. So that's very often what people do. So look, this is equal to this, then this will end up there. No, please don't write that. Yes. Just before you, the Lord just put in my spirit. Whatever you write, listen to me. Whatever you write based on external circumstances can be controlled or determined by external circumstances. Whatever you write based on external circumstances, existing circumstances, can always be controlled by external circumstances. In other words, if I look at the kind of money I have, so this is why I can plan for this. Well, that plan can be affected also by external circumstances. You know why? Because something else can come up that can change that money situation in my life. But if I write it, not based on any external circumstance, then no external circumstance can affect it. You follow what I'm saying? Because remember, my hope is built, when I write it, my hope is built on these external circumstances being in existence. Therefore, if they change, it will affect the plan, affect the vision. But if I didn't write it based on them being in existence, if they change it, because I didn't write it based on that. You follow? Yes, yes.
Your Holiness.
Good morning, Your Holiness, Your Graces, Pastor, Saints. I am so excited for this session because it's taken me to a different level, and I'm talking about my mind.
Amen.
It's taken my mind to a different level because you did on vision before, but to me now it's just different. And it is storing up something inside of me because I remember I wrote some things, I got a book, I remember putting up a vision book, put it up on the wall, but then if I don't go and I read and, so right now you stirred up in me to go, and because I know that many of the visions manifested, but there are some just they're lying to me, waiting on me.
Waiting on you like that.
Waiting on me. So I just excited for this session so that I can go and run with my vision.
Amen.
Amen.
Praise God. Praise God. Praise God. The Lord just dropped on my spirit, I mean, He said, made me manifested. Lord, create something. Really and truly, it waiting on you to realize it. All right. I want you to pay attention to the word realize. What it means. Realize. You understand? Break the word down. Break the word. What word you can get from realize? How spell realize? You can spell the Z or an S. Some people. So, but what's the first word you can find in the word. Real. Real. To see it as real. It's waiting on you. This is too much for you today. It waits on you to see it as real. You know what? Lord of mercy. You know why we say we can get it yet? Because we can see it as real. The Bible says, whatsoever things we desire, believe that we receive it, we shall have it. But you know what's our problem? We don't see it as real. And God just talking to me again. He said, you know, he said the first problem y'all didn't see me as real. Y'all didn't see God as real. We didn't see God as real. Because we can't see him physically. So you don't see, you know, really and truly. If you were to examine your own self and find how much I see God as real, then all the things he said, whatever you ask, I'll give you. If you really see him as real, how come you will ask for something and then still lose sleep over the thing? Because you know what? We really don't see God as real. So he's saying, you know, because if you ask somebody who we know for something and they say, okay, they give us the word, we sleep, you know. You just go to sleep because the promise they're given. No, God said that, but you know what? Because we don't see God, we can't hold him. I asked the Lord, are we coming up in the foolish? The Lord helps those who help themselves. Okay, he needs to go. We ready for this? Whatever you see as real, you'll realize. Once you see it as real,
Yes. The etymology of the word is correct.
correct.
It's based on real.
It's based on real. And I never studied, you know.
Yes.
Man, God talking to me, you know.
Yes, yes, yes.
I never go and study it.
Yes.
I sit down here and go show.
Awesome.
But you don't see it till it's real. So you don't see it's real, you say, because that's it. I realize it. So he said, I wait for it to happen. You waited to realize it. The moment you see it as real. Well, it's real. It's real to have this. It's real to this. It's real to this place. When you see that, then I know they must stretch your mind too far. He that comes to the Lord must believe that He is, that He's real. When we really believe God real, find a ground board.
That's right.
That's right. Nothing can
Lions can't eat you.
No.
Serpents can't destroy.
No.
Nothing can happen.
Yeah.
Listen, then nothing shall by any means harm you. Nothing.
Yes.
No. Because we we learn to, we program to operate by, we don't see it and touch it and kind of hold it, then it's not real. It's not real. Why do you think it's so difficult to receive grace? The Lord says when you give, He makes God's grace about you because they can't see the grace in them. So they still go out and say, I know this thing that happened. But they can't actually see about this. But we thank God, God renew our minds. The mind has been renewed so we can begin to see that way. But the mind is renewed to begin to see that way.
Yes, praise God. But the things that they've seen, praise God. Things that they've not seen.
They return.
That's our God. The things that they've not seen.
You know what God is talking about? God talks about things that they're not seen.
Yes. That's real.
As the real thing. That's the real thing. We talk of things that are seen.
And that's it.
As real. That is temporal.
Yes.
So, would you be able to do so? Right now? How things looking? How things looking? Can't do that. You know, over and over, when things show up in your life, you say, God, thank you. Oh, God, we get excited. You know, really and truly, the excitement we show when God come through for us as we call it. You know, God is not excited by our excitement. Because, I mean, he's saying, well, what else you expected?
Yes.
So that excitement is not making God feel good. This is going to say, Lord, even the devils of the subject were subject to us. He said, oh, that's easy. Yes. He said, I mean, I tell him, say, oh, did you jump there? Said, what? No, good, man.
Excitement should be as soon as you ask. In a moment after.
Yes, because what's me? The faster you consider the thing to be real,
Yes.
the faster you will realize it.
Lord.
The moment you consider to be real, you will realize it.
Yes.
You have not realized it because you didn't consider to be real. Sadness. Pull some your money, be poor. Money coming. Money comes to me. Say, see the amount of money that good, be poor. And nobody making no plan of that money. They say, I'm hoping that I put for some money, I'm hoping to come. My beloved, don't leave me alone. I won't put it there. I know. I see it. I see it. I'm seeing it. I am seeing it. I'm seeing the separating line. God is not sitting disturbed, wondering how this will happen. No, do you think that God will work with that? We work with that. Because we have fallen so far when Adam fell. We fell so far that we call the things that are temporary, we call them real. And so, the scientists are stumbling on the thought of other dimensions, right? And the scientists, they're convinced, those who follow up in the scientific data, there's something they call nothing called quantum physics, if I'm correct, but that things exist just in another dimension. Another dimension exists within us, within you. So in other words, it's a theory, right? But just when you think of it, that, all right, angels. I would say be careful to entertain strangers, for you might have entertained angels unaware. Unaware. There are two types of angels. The kind of angels that when somebody, a human being, is considered to be an angel in a particular situation because the person helps or ministers to you whatever way. But they're angels. They are angels. What do you mean? They are angels.
Yeah.
That exist. But it can suddenly appear. In physical form, eat food. I want to start thinking now. Hold on. I mean, it disappears. Just comes. Man, yeah, they can do that. They're there, but they have the power to shift from that realm into a realm that can be back. You can see them instantly. When? Instantly. If you think of that, then you can think that anything can happen instantly. There's a realm here, and it can happen instantly. Instantly. I gave you in trouble walking up, I don't know why. You know, but they told me to sit down. Instantly. Instantly. From one realm to the next realm. Instantly. You don't need 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 5 hours.
Right.
Instantly manifest and then disappear. Well, your Bible is true. It just came to Abraham cooked for them, said food for them. Instantly. Elisha's servant was disturbed because he saw the chariot and horsemen, and then he saw it surrounding them, and he said, "Lord, open his eyes, he can see." Yes, he saw the dimension, and he said, "They rule for us." That's a good statement. That's a good statement. Listen, your eyes are open, you believe what God said. You've got to think it to be true. I'm determined to think what God said is true. God said, listen to me, if God said a car is there, and the car is there because God said it, the car is there. You don't see it because you don't think it to be true. So because you don't think it to be true, you don't think it to be real. Because you don't think it to be real, you don't realize it. It's already there. But you don't think it to be real. So because you don't think it to be real, you don't realize it. And he said, well, God said, but I'm waiting on it. It's waiting on you to think it to be real. To believe that you will believe is to think it to be real. Next week we give you how to think it to be real. Lord of mercy. I can't contain myself, but I will try. Boy. God messing me mind up.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's like, you know, you ever see little bit children telling you, look, so there, and you said, stop pretending, stop lying, because you didn't see it, right? See, we get blind. As a matter of fact, you get worried if they said, look, somebody's sitting there. You get worried because he said, nobody is there. No, stop it. Nobody is there. You want it to stop. Because you can't see. So if you can't see, they can't see. And then the program like that, once somebody can't see the thing, then you can't see it. Okay, once God tell you there, you will see it. Amen. I stop. We will resume next Sunday. But listen, beloved, make every effort to be here next Sunday. Make every effort to be here next Sunday. Amen. You're blessed. And I'm blessed. I hear things I couldn't even tell you. No, I hear things I really could not even tell you. Amen. I've heard things.